With the launch of Season of the Lost, Bungie reintroduced weapons into the loot pool, one of which being the Trials of the Night Sniper, the Long Walk. In today's video, we're going to be doing a complete overview of the sniper, the pros and the cons, then lead into the best perks you need for PvP, and ultimately how to farm this weapon. So with that out of the way, let's get into the video. The Long Walk sniper falls into the aggressive frame family, essentially meaning it's going to have much lower handling and stability, but it does pack a punch. Just to give you a quick refresher on sniper archetypes, there are 3 different archetypes. We have the 140 RPM archetype, which is going to be the rapid fire frame. This has much higher aim assist, less range than other snipers, a larger magazine, and lower damage output. This sniper right here is going to require 3 body shots to kill, but if you're accurate, it only requires 1 headshot. And yes, this sniper cannot one-hit kill a super. Now we get into the adaptive frame, which is going to be the 90 RPM snipers. It's got a semi-high aim assist, the standard magazine of 4 shots, and it falls into the middle of the pack when it comes to range. This one does only require 2 body shots to kill and 1 headshot to kill. And again, it cannot one-hit kill a super. This brings us into our aggressive frame snipers, which the Long Walk falls in this category. It is a 72 RPM sniper. It's got low aim assist, a small magazine, lower handling and stability, but it does have a substantial amount of range. This one does require 2 body shots to kill and 1 headshot to kill any guardian, but yes, it can one-hit kill a super. Since the Long Walk falls into the aggressive frame family, its base range is extremely high. It's coming in at an 80 base range, and that's before any perks. Now the drawback to the sniper is it does feel a little clunky. If your daily driver is the Frozen Orbit or any other high impact sniper, then this isn't going to be something you're not used to. Now the only thing that stood out to me, and yes, this might be personal preference, is going to be the scope. Now I'm not talking about the zoom factor because this sniper is a 50 zoom. Comparing to other 50 zoom snipers, I felt like the sniper had a lot going on in the main scope area, not the crosshairs. Using it in game when trying to acquire my target, it felt really congested and sometimes like a hindrance in my ability to zero in on my enemy. But this isn't a deal breaker. Using it throughout several playing sessions, I slowly became more comfortable with it. Now, since the Long Walk is an aggressive frame, it does have lower stability and handling, which I really felt when dealing with flinch. Unlike its counterparts, the adaptive and rapid fire frames, when using those snipers, flinch isn't much of a factor and I'm still able to fight through the flinch and acquire my target. But with the Long Walk, if I wasn't able to get my first shot off before taking flinch, I had the bail on the fight, which ultimately leads us into the follow-up shots. Trying to land a second shot was difficult when you factor in the flinch damage. Also, keep in mind that my entire time using the sniper, I had 2 unflinching mods to help counteract that flinch. But hey, I'm not going to say that sniper's not bad. I personally use 72 RPM snipers all the time. I main the Frozen Orbit. But what I really liked about the sniper is its ability to shut supers down easily. Let me ask, have you ever wanted to suck the joy out of any guardian in PvP? Simple, just snipe them out of their super. That's one of the benefits you get from using an aggressive frame archetype. The amount of damage that this sniper deals is extremely beneficial. Not only for taking out supers, but it makes cleaning up targets an easy task to do. Now, taking everything that we know about the sniper, let's go ahead and pick the best perks for PvP. For the barrel options, you're going to want to have something that gives you an additional handling stat, and those are going to be either fluted barrel, which is going to give you an additional 15 handling stat, or you're going to go ahead with arrowhead break, which is going to give you a plus 10 to the handling stat. Both are going to be extremely beneficial when using the sniper since the handling and stability are low. Now, moving into the second column of perks, I would 100% go with appended magazine or extended magazine. Since 72 RPM snipers only have 3 rounds to the magazine, using perks like appended magazine or extended magazine will give it that 4-round magazine, making it fall in line with our adaptive frame snipers, which have 4. Now, getting into column 3, this was an easy choice, and it only takes a simple explanation on why. Most 72 RPM snipers have really good range. I understand that a lot of sniper mains out there always aim for as much range as possible to help with the aim assist. But this sniper's base range is already above 80, which is great if you compare it to other snipers such as the Izumi and the Frozen Orbit. So perks like Killing Wind and Slide Shot aren't really necessary since you already have substantial amount of range. On the topic of unnecessary perks, perks like Overflow and Clown Cartridge aren't really necessary if you're using appended magazine or extended magazine. Earlier, we talked about one of the biggest drawbacks to the aggressive frame snipers is going to be their poor handling stat, which affects their draw out speed and their stowaway speed. Since this sniper is a reissue, Bungie added the perk Ensemble, which I feel is going to be necessary for this sniper. The perk Ensemble reads, improve handling and reload speed when allies are nearby, which in PvP is majority of the time. If you're playing trials, you're near your teammates. If you're playing quick play, you're probably going to be near your teammates. Now the final column was a no-brainer. In this column, you're going to want to go with the perk Snapshot. Ever since Quick Draw was nerfed and no longer grants that 100 handling stat, this perk isn't as sought out on a lot of weapons such as shotguns and snipers. So you're going to want to go with the perk Snapshot since it's going to assist in that ADS speed. Lastly, for the masterwork, we're still going to put as much assistance into the handling stat. So I would 100% suggest you aim for a handling masterwork. By stacking Ensemble and the handling masterwork and the proper barrel, you can really negate how sluggish this sniper feels. Pairing that alongside with the Snapshot perk, you're going to have yourself an aggressive frame sniper that plays more like an adaptive frame sniper. Now, only because I can and because I've been playing PvE more, for my PvE mains out there who are actively farming the sniper, I'll tell you which role I'm going to be going for PvE. I would stick with the same barrel and use an extended magazine, but I would change the perks to overflow and firing line. The reason for this perk selection is due to the abundance of special ammunition in PvE. You can really get a lot of bang for your buck with the overflow perk, and to maximize your damage output in PvE, firing line would be excellent for optimal DPS since you will have a larger magazine to deal additional damage. Now, before we get into the farming method, my thoughts on this is this sniper is going to take a while to get used to, especially if you're not used to the zoom or the poor handling stat. The scope and reticle feel a little odd in the beginning, but if you stick with it, it'll only take a few hours for you to become more comfortable with it. If you're used to using the rapid fire frame snipers or the adaptive frame snipers, you'll notice the low aim assist stat on these high impact snipers. You'll feel it. Oh, the last thing, flinch. Guys, if you're not used to the flinch factor on 72 RPM snipers, it's going to take you a while to get used to. But other than that, again, I used the sniper for several games, and towards the very end of my play session, I was getting pretty accurate with it. I was having a blast with it. So am I going to delete the sniper? Probably not. Is it going to stay in my normal rotation of snipers? Yes it is. But only because I main the frozen orbit, so I'm already used to everything about the sniper. So farming this weapon is fairly simple. This weapon can be farmed in the Prophecy dungeon, and it can be farmed in about 3 minutes with a well-coordinated team. But for those using LFG, it can be farmed in as slow as 6 minutes, which isn't bad either. On that note, if you're someone looking for an LFG team, try joining my Discord server. Link is down below. We have a lot of guardians in there helping players complete activities like this. Now the farm is fairly simple. I'm going to be playing it in the background. What you're going to want to do is complete the first part of the Prophecy dungeon, and when you get to the first boss, use these same mechanics you did in the first section. I would highly suggest that out of 3 of you, 1 of you go ahead and slam the light and the dark orbs, while the other 2 players clear ads, because it can get chaotic. It's a low level activity, but it can still get chaotic. When it comes to dealing DPS on the boss, you can pretty much use anything, but the Falling Guillotine still holds true and still destroys this boss in one phase. But with that, if you guys enjoyed the video, a like is greatly appreciated. Also, if you're new to the channel, hi, I'm BRAVExHERO and I cover everything PvP related. So if you want to see more content, feel free to hit that subscribe button. With that, you guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out today, and I'll see you in the next video.